You may think you know everything about cucumbers, but I've got a juicy little secret that's going to blow your mind. So stick around to the end of the video and I'll reveal a fact about cucumbers that will actually change the way you garden forever. So let's get started. Alright, so you may be asking yourself, why are you inside a room when it's summertime and supposed to be outside digging in those vegetable gardens? Well, I'm going to show you right here. We have gotten nothing but rain after rain after rain after rain. And it is constant. We have gotten so much rain, we've actually set records. We've been flooding around here. So this is the reason we're not doing it now, is because it's raining outside. So let's jump into the world of crisp, refreshing veggies. That's right, cucumbers. Cucumbers are actually pretty fascinating plants, and there's more to them than meets the eye. Did you know that cucumbers are actually technically a fruit? Yep, you heard me right. Botanically speaking, they are classified as a fruit because they develop a flower from a plant and contain seeds. But don't worry, I'm not going to judge you if you still want to call them veggies while they're in your salad. Speaking of salads, cucumbers are incredibly versatile in the kitchen. They're not just for slicing and dicing. You can actually pickle them, you can juice them, or you can even use them in a refreshing summer cocktail. But to get those perfect cucumbers, you've got to know how to grow them in the right way. One of the most important things to remember when you're growing cucumbers is that they love the sun. That's right, they are sun worshippers, soaking up all those rays like they're on a summer beach vacation, which I wish I was on. They need at least 6 to 8 hours of direct sunlight every single day in order to thrive. When you're planning your garden layout, make sure that you give your cucumbers prime real estate in the sunniest spots you've got. Now, before we get into the next cucumber fact, I want to take a quick second to remind you, if you're enjoying the video already, which I know you are, and you're learning something new, it would be awesome if you hit that subscribe button. It really supports the channel, and I really appreciate all the subscriptions I get. And you'll get more gardening tips and tricks throughout the season. Alright, now back to our cucumber adventure. Alright, water is critical for cucumber plants, like most stuff in the garden. But here's the thing, they can actually be very picky about how they get it. Let me say that again. They are extremely picky about how they get the water. Cucumbers actually prefer consistent moisture, but they don't like wet feet. That means you need to water them regularly, but make sure that the soil has good drainage. And a good rule of thumb is to give them about 1 inch to 1.25 inches of water per week, either from rainfall, which we get a lot of, or irrigation. But here's a pro tip for you. Water at the base of the plant and not overhead. I want to stress this enough because it's very helpful to prevent fungal diseases that can actually wreak havoc on your cucumber crop. Now, let's talk about space. Cucumbers might seem small when you buy them at the store, the nice cute little plants, but these can actually be real space hogs in the garden. They love to spread out and climb, so give them plenty of room to grow. And if you're short on space, don't worry. Cucumbers are great candidates for vertical garden. Set up trellises or sturdy fence or anything that they can climb on and watch those vines climb to the sky. Not only does it save you space, but it keeps the fruits off the ground, reducing the risk of rot and making them a whole lot easier to harvest. I'm going to go into a deeper dive on vertical gardening in a future video, so don't forget to subscribe to the channel and hit the bell notification. That way you know when the next one comes out. Alright, we're getting real close to that mind-blowing cucumber fact that I promised you in the beginning of the video. But first, I want to talk about pollination. Cucumbers rely on bees and other pollinators in order to produce fruit. Now, that's not with all cucumbers, but the ones we're talking about and the most common. Without proper pollination, you may end up with an oddly shaped or weird or non-existent cucumber. To attract pollinators in your garden, consider planting some bee-friendly flowers nearby. I like marigolds and zinnias because they're easy to grow around here, but there's also some other great flowers and other options out there that's actually going to bring the bees buzzing to your cucumber patch. Alright, here we go, the drum roll please. It is time for that game-changing cucumber fact that I've been teasing you with the whole video. Are you ready? Here it is. Cucumbers actually have the ability to cool themselves. You heard me right. These amazing plants can actually maintain an internal temperature of up to 20 degrees cooler than the air around them. That's where the phrase cool as a cucumber exists. I know you've heard that. The cooling ability is actually due to the cucumber's high water content and the way it regulates transpiration. It's like they have their own built-in air conditioning system. Which, that's pretty cool, right? I mean, how many of us would love to have our built-in air conditioning system, especially as hot as it gets? So, what does that mean for you as a gardener? Well, it actually means that cucumbers are surprisingly resilient to the heat, making them a really great choice for summer gardeners, even in areas like mine where the climates are a whole lot warmer. Understanding this unique characteristic can actually help you better care for your cucumber plants. While they can actually handle the heat, it's still important to provide adequate water and don't hurt to give them a little bit of shade on those hottest part of the days, especially if you live in an area that has extreme temperatures. This will help them maintain their cool and continue producing those crisp, delicious cucumbers all season long. So there you have it, 5 fascinating facts about growing cucumbers, and including that mind-blowing tidbit about their internal cooling system. Who knew that these humble veggies, or fruits if you're being technical, were such a complex and so interesting? So remember, successful cucumber growing is all about providing the right conditions. Give them plenty of sun, consistent water, space to spread out and climb, and a pollinator-friendly environment. And now that you know about their amazing superpower of cooling, you can actually appreciate just how amazing these cucumber plants really are. So whether you're a professional gardener or you're just starting out, it doesn't matter. I hope that these facts have inspired you to actually give growing cucumbers a try. There's nothing quite like the satisfaction of picking up your own homegrown cucumber, knowing that all the care and all the attention that you put in them is actually paying off. So get out there and plant some cucumbers and watch them grow. And who knows, maybe the next time someone asks you, you're as cool as a cucumber, you can actually impress them with your newfound knowledge about these fascinating plants. So be sure to give this video a thumbs up. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel for more gardening tips and tricks. Oh, and also hit that bell notification. That way you're actually notified the next time I put a new video out. And like always, keep it growing.